Hi, good morning, guys. My name is Sara Nazoor, and as the person said, I'm a mental health advocate and a jewelry designer. In these past few days, we've been experiencing a lot of feelings. You might have noticed that with the pandemic and the COVID-19 outbreak, we have been in lockdown and we are experiencing a lot of feelings, not only us, but also our children and maybe young people in our families. It doesn't have to be your child, but all children that you all know. Today I thought I'll talk about how to speak to children about the outbreak, how to speak to them about this situation, because as adults, we we experience these things, these feelings, and we can understand these things. We're like, okay, there are changes happening. We are under lockdown. There is a curfew happening. These things we can process, but young children, they don't really understand. Why can't I go to school? Why can't I go to my preschool? Why can't I see my friend who's next door? Why can't I go and see my grandmother? Why do I have to wash my hands so many times? So these are questions that they will ask quite a lot, and they'll keep asking you why and why and why until you get really annoyed. So um, so it's really important to talk to them, be clear about it, be really open about it, say that these are difficult times, because as you all know, this I mean, I've seen a lot of posts around, going around, saying that let's be productive, let's do something, take this time to sort of create something new, do some art. But you really can't, because I mean, for some of us, not like, if you can, it's great. But if you're finding it difficult, it's okay, because you you're going through a lot right now. It's difficult as a parent, as an aunt, as a uncle, as anybody. It's really difficult, so you have to explain all these to a child. So you have to talk to them. It can be through a story, it can be through a through a small song or something that you see online. You have to be, you have to tell them the situation as open as much as you can. Explain it to them. Tell them what COVID-19 is, why is it, why can't you go out, why you need to wear a mask, and explain it to them as you would explain it to an adult, but in a simpler language. So when you're talking, you can't be like, oh, it's a pandemic, probably they won't understand. So you have to tell them, speak to them, and be really, really open, and be honest. I'm also feeling really bad, I'm upset. And as a like, okay, if you're the mother, you can tell them that I'm upset. I can't go out, I can't see my friends, I can't go to work, or I can't go shopping, and I can't get everything that I want. So I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling upset, and I'm sad. So when you put these feelings out and when you express what you are really feeling, they will tell, okay, yes, I'm also feeling upset, I'm also feeling angry, I'm also feeling really frustrated, or I really can't do this, I want to go and see my friends. So this would actually help you to sort of um, open the topic, um, and be listen to them, be that active listener to your child. Listen to what they have to say. If they are pulling a tantrum, you sit down, give them the time, and try, get them, let that feelings out. Like, if they're crying, okay, I'm here with you, I'm going to sit down with you, and you cry, and I'll hug you until you're done. Don't say it's okay, don't cry, because that's the famous word that we're going to say all the time. Oh, it's all right, don't cry now, wipe your tears, we are all good, let's just all be, happy and gay. You really can't do that. So you just have to, if they're crying, you have to sit down with them and listen to them. Be like, I'm okay, it's okay, you can let your feelings out, you can talk to me about it, and if you don't want to talk about it, it's really fine. So to round up, for now, you when you're talking, it's really important that you talk to a child. And when you are talking to a child, you have to be open, you have to be honest, and you have to be supportive. So when you are being open and honest, you have to understand that you're speaking to a child, and not hide things, but explain it to them very well, as a story, as a song, anything that will work, play while playing a game. And be supportive. Be supportive while you're explaining it to them. Be supportive if they're having a tantrum, if they're finding it difficult. Be supportive. And also listen to them. What do they have to say? What do they think it is? Why do they think we are inside? So they have a lot of thoughts and feelings that they have, and they would like to express. So give them that opportunity, through maybe through speaking, or maybe through whatever that they hear. So that comes to the next topic. Whatever that they hear, this could be through media, this could be through what they hear from your relatives, or people that's in the house, people who are in the house, who are talking uh, among themselves. Children are really good at picking things up. So it's important that you tell them that not all news is correct, and not everything that they hear is correct. So there are a lot of stories going on, and not everything is true. That's really important to convey to them, because you you need to tell them that whatever they're hearing, like, because they might get anxious, they might get upset for one thing that they hear. So it's really important to tell them, yes, the adults will speak a lot of things, but not all of them are true. They're just discussing things, possibilities. So it's like theories, you can explain things like that. And another thing that's really important to convey is, it's okay to not know answers. It's okay that we don't know when the curfew will be lifted. It's okay that we don't know what's going to happen next. It's okay. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to say we don't know. And you have to first accept that when your child asks, when will they lift the curfew? Say, I don't know. And it's okay, because as a parent, sometimes you want to have all the answers. As an adult, you want to have all the answers, but that's fine, because you really don't know and you don't want to give hopes. So you have to tell, it's okay, I don't know, and we will get to know eventually. um, and use it as an opportunity to sort of uh, learn something new about the young ones. What do they like, what do they prefer, what is their school like, what are they looking forward to after. And another important thing is that you have to explain that this virus is, it has nothing to do with the way someone looks, the way someone the in what they believe, or the religion that they believe in, or where they are from. For an example, you can say, okay, some people say that Chinese people brought on this thing, but it's not true. It doesn't matter, like, the way you look, or where you're from, your religion, your financial status, and that doesn't matter. So you have to convey this to them. And you can use a lot of stories. You have quite a lot of online resources that I'll list down in a moment, that you can use to download ebooks and things like that, which can help you to convey stories about equality and gender and things like that, which you can base off. Like, you don't have to another important thing is that you don't have to do all this in one go. You don't have to tell, okay, let's sit down, let's have a chat, and let's I want to listen to you. What do you think COVID-19 is? Why do you think? And then you go on to, oh, I want to explain something. Child would not have that much of patience. So break it down. First, when they ask questions, you can tell them that I'm open to questions. That's one thing that you can do firstly. And then you go on to, I am open to questions, and I will listen to whatever feelings that you have, by expressing your feelings. And three, by being honest, because that's really important. Because if you try to sugarcoat things, then they will find out, and that won't be really helpful to them. And be supportive. Four, being supportive and saying that I don't know it's okay to feel bad, it's okay to feel sad, and there are no bad feelings and good feelings. They're all just feelings, and we feel them, and it's all right. And I don't, and accepting that you don't know as an adult, as a parent, and all these things you can take one day at a time to explain. And always remember that, to tell them that people have gotten through things, and we will get through this, and it's okay, and you care about them, and it's not, and it's always really important to end all the conversations in a really good note, not like positively, but like, it's okay, I understand you, and it's all right to feel what you're feeling, and we will get through this together. All right. So these are the important things that you have to convey to a child, um, because uh, when when you're an adult, you think that you know everything. Even though you don't think it, you sometimes feel like, oh, the child doesn't need to know. I mean, they don't understand, but they do understand. They pick up on our feelings, and it's really important to explain things. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, I know what it is, and I really don't want to listen to your stories. That's fine, but give them that opening. Tell them that you're there to come back to you, and come back to and ask questions from, be open to talk about your feelings. Give them that security blanket that they need, because in times like this, they'll be really confused as to, why am I not going to school, why am I doing all the schoolwork at home if it's a holiday? If you're going to call it a holiday, then why is everything so different? Why can't we just go out to the park? So it's really important, because otherwise each time you will be explaining a different thing, and they won't really understand why this is happening. So sit down and explain things, be honest, be open. um, and For the resources, so WHO actually has quite a lot of resources online which you can download from their website. You can, not only for young children, but also for teenagers, and what sort of signs to look out for. They have quite a lot of really interactive resources that you can go to. And there is also a website that you can download ebooks from. That's Book Dash. So it's BOOKDASH, Book Dash, where you can download quite a lot of ebooks that you can use from. They have quite a range from 0 to about 13. So you can actually download these ebooks onto your mobile phone, and you can read it to your children if you don't have books around, or if they've done reading all the books that you've got. So you don't, it doesn't have to be just on this, but you can download these books and give them that, one-on-one time that they need with you. And sometimes you feel like, what if I say something wrong? What if they feel really bad after I speak to them? Don't be scared. Just understand that the situation is, this is what it is, and just explain it to them. It's easier said than done. So you need to figure out what sort of uh, words, or what sort of situations your child responds best. For an example, some children like to sit in the garden and, like, do gardening. So you can have talk to them while that, when they're most relaxed, like when they're listening to music. You don't want to go and, like, let's stop the music and let's talk. That's not going to help. So choose an environment that they're more relaxed and they're willing to listen to you, and build up a relationship. And you don't have to, uh, if they're not ready to listen to you, it's fine. But like I said before, just remind them that you are always there to come and talk to you. I mean, you don't have to be a mother. You can be an aunt, or you can be a sister who has young sisters or brothers, or if you have young nieces or nephews who are around you, so you can sit down with them and play a game, because they will respond to you better than their parents. So it's, you can just ask them, have anybody spoken to you? So it's really important to speak to them, because as a community, as a family, as as the entire world, we are going through this together. So they should know that, and you should make them understand gradually what this whole situation is. So back to the resources, WHO website and bookdash.com, that you can download quite a lot of resources from there as well. And another important thing is that you as a parent should understand that this, what we are going through, is trauma, and if you have gone through something like this before, it's likely that it's going to come up through these experiences. So if you've experienced something traumatic in your life, and this present experience is going to be hard on you, so you don't, like everybody says, you don't have to be productive. I mean, it will be tough to be productive. You won't be able to focus. You won't be able to do your daily work. And even if you're a housewife, and you won't be able to do the daily things, and it's fine, it's okay. So give yourself a break and take that time to just sit down and understand that I'm feeling this because of this situation. And yes, some of us are being productive. Some of us are saying, oh, we have all the time in the world to do whatever we want, but that's not true, because we are in on survival mode. So we are actually trying to survive every day, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen in a few weeks. What will happen? Will the numbers increase? Will the deaths increase? We are always afraid. So as adults, these fears are there, and so we should really give ourselves a break also, and we should explain it to our children, like, there are a lot of a lot of schools would have given a lot of work from home, and you might be homeschooling your children right now. So it's important to break it into chunks as well. It's important to uh, give them some room to go and play outside, go and do some cooking with you, or cleaning with you, or if you have a vehicle in the house, how do you take care of it? How do you plant a tree? So these are things that can help you to take a break. Do a little, try to do some yoga with them if you are into yoga, or exercise, some stretching exercises. Just take that time to uh, really express those feelings, and to keep your mental health, have like take care of your mental health also. Because yes, we have all the time in the world. Yes, we don't have to go to work, we don't have to dress up, we have our kids with us, but we are still going through a difficult time. Some of us don't know if we would have food on our plates tomorrow. So some of us don't know if we would have the businesses that we created, will it stand this? Can those things, can we pay our employees? So these all these things are concerns that we have, and it's not easy, and it's not going to be easy to be productive. You can't expect yourself to be productive. If you can't, it's fine, just give yourself a break. And if you can, again, it's totally fine too. But don't force it on others. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to bake 10 pounds of bread today, or I'm going to make cookies, and I'm going to make chocolate muffins tomorrow. And don't fall into that rut, and don't expect yourself to achieve a lot of things at once. Just have small goals, okay? um, and same with your children. When you're doing homework and things, don't expect them to sit the all sit at the table all during the lesson. Don't expect them to not whine. Don't expect them to not have a tantrum. Give room to all those things, and give yourself uh, a break. Like I said before, it's important. You are working, we are all in this together. And yeah, um, saying that, if you are finding it difficult to cope with what's happening, and if you need to talk to somebody and that somebody is not available, you can always reach out to the following organizations, which is really important. One, I will put the numbers on the comments once this video is done. One is Shanti Marga. You can contact them from 9 a.m. to 10 p. Sorry, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Shanti Margam. I will put the numbers on the comments. There is Sumitrayo and there is 1333. And also, if you are going through domestic abuse or anything, uh, intimate violence, there are more helplines, which I will uh, comment. So it's really important that you get help and that you speak to somebody, and reach out, give yourself a break. And if you are stuck in a negative environment, reach out to somebody, because there are people to help you and help your children as well. And on a good note, we will get through this together. And speak to your children, be honest, be playful, spend as much as time as you get with them. Okay, thank you very much.